Your principal is worrying a lot. Not only the Indo-American principal. Everywhere, all the professors, teachers, even the parents are worrying and concerning about their studies. You are all using mobile phones. It has been pervasive and prevalent. And it has been roaming all over the world and it is occupying all our hands. It is not that it is impossible, it is possible. Right? You are looking for a friend, you are searching for something always. As a human, we always have the inquisitiveness to search for anything. Now you are the age to search for a friend. You are the age, as a student, you are the age to search for a friend. But there is a friend knocking at the door, waiting for you to accept the request. But you are not doing it. There is a friend, sir, there is a friend knocking your door, asking you to accept the request. He is giving the request. He or she is giving the request. And you are not accepting it. The friend is your book. Please read books. Your books are the real friends. It creates, it amplifies your imagination. Right? So, if you have no habit of reading books, please start reading books. We have a good library. I know the library of Indo-American College. Right? It is so good. It is so diverse. You can get many books, literature books. And if you want to read any good books, please ask your vice principal. He will suggest. When I was working here, I asked some books and maybe he forgot about it. I asked her, what's the novel you read? I still remember. Maybe he forgot it. Right? I still remember those days. Right? I have the habit of reading books. Right? Books are your real. Start reading your books. Reading any books. It is not only the subject book, computer science or mathematics or visual algebra or operational research or mathematics or computer science based operating system, database, data structure. It is not that. That is also important for your placement, for your career, for your growth. That is important. But what is more important is how you expand your imagination, how you delve deep to understand the concept, how you perceive this world, and how you understand the culture. That is very important. The culture is degrading and is deteriorating. Right? The world is going in a different order. We all say it's a new order. After Corona, things are saying that it's a new normal. It's not abnormal, it's complete new normal. New faces, new jargons are coming in and fall in place, and we are accustomed to those things. So please don't fall into those praise. Please be cautious and understand your purpose. Your parents are sending here to learn, to mature yourself. See, after graduation, you will not think about studying a subject. You will not think about learning, or you will not think about reading the books. Your life will be different after marriage, after getting a job. You will chase for money. You chase for designations. You chase for appraisal. You chase for pride. This will not last. If you are chasing behind money, if you are chasing behind pride, if you are chasing behind the designations and appraisals, it will not help you anyway. You can ask me, sir, without money, how can I live? Yes, you can live. Money alone is not a deciding factor. Money alone is not important. Think about Corona. During Corona days, what has happened? A person is having crores of money. They have no admission in the hospital. Hospital denied his admission. He has crores of money, but he has no admission. During Flex, Chennai Flex 2015, they have no food to eat. They have bank balances of what? Crores, multi-crores. But what happened to the food? Daily activity. They are struggling. There is a hindrance. There is a blockage. So if you have a good compassion, if you have a good companion, and if you have empathy towards others, things will take you in a different way, and people will last for long, 20 years. Me and your HOD Senthil sir is having 20 years of experience. We seldom we converse, right? We have the habit of talking about Indo-American College or old friends. We have a connection, right? During the days at Indo-American College, we not felt that we are lecturers like that. We were friends, and we are friends even now. Like that, you have to have a good friend. If he needs any help, he will, don't hesitate to call me, and I will never deny his request. It is not that I know everything and helping him. When I have any doubt, I will call to him. See, I have so much of things to talk about. When I was working here, the first course I was taught was computer graphics. The course takes so much of mathematics, right? I sought the help of the Professor Senthil Kumar, and he explained, he taught all the nuances, the intricate details of mathematical explanations and derivations. He explained to me. So like that, you have to share. You have to have a good friend. Your mobile is not a good friend. Your principal man is very much worried, and it will. It is like an alcohol. When the person consumes alcohol, he will speak differently. Right? Likewise, if you are using mobile phone for long, your brain will damage. As your vice principal has wrongly rightly said, neuro-linguistic processing. It's not neuro-linguistic processing, it's natural linguistic processing. But he is an English professor. So he said that neuro-linguistic processing. That is correct. Natural language processing is all about neurons. We are making the machine to mimic like a human. It's a neurological processes. Right? Our vice principal has said that. Neuro-linguistic processing. Neuron means what? It's a connections of different nodes. The neurological behavior, the psychological attitude of one is changed during the course of your time. If you have time on mobile phone, surely it will kill you. That's why I'm saying there is a friend knocking your door, please accept the request and start reading. Yeah, so this is what I want to say. And now I go to the presentation. The topic that is given is knowledge graph. And actually it's a great confluence of meeting mathematics and computer science. It's an nexus, it's a good nexus. So I appreciate the MIT, Computer Science Department and Mathematics Department for coining the word interplay. Actually it's a confluence. Interplay is a right word for this seminar. It's an interplay between computer science and mathematics. It's a great nexus, right? And don't think that computer science is a different entity, a separate entity, and mathematics is a separate entity. No. There is a nexus, there is a connection, right, between mathematics and computer science. Today my lecture is based on these two aspects. I'm going to connect different entities here, and I'm going to explain you how mathematics helps a lot to computer science and how it plays a foundational thing to a computer science. So as the other chief guest has said, Cheyyar Kumar sir has said that operational research, please understand that we have a course called operational research in mathematics. Right? Last week, luckily I got a white paper stating that in the industry, there are more opportunities for operational research scientists and engineers. If you are in operational research, you are most welcome to the industry. Don't think that if you are a mathematical student, you have a less career. Yes, you have a huge career. There is a huge career opportunity, and particularly on operational research. In the terms of production, in the terms of manufacturing, in the terms of execution, for all of this, operational research and activities are very helping, and they are statistics. And please, if I will share the paper to Senthil Kumar sir, please you also read this. There is a statistics survey result recently released by Vellore, and it says that most of the companies, particularly the leading companies, the prominent companies in the world like GM, are using operational research for recruiting their employees. Right? So operational research play a major role. So in this seminar, next 1 hour, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to talk about knowledge graph. So there are two different things. Knowledge is different and graph is different. And we have to understand what is knowledge. Can anyone tell me what is knowledge? How many are mathematics students? Can you raise mathematics students? I want to see how many students are in here of mathematics department. Okay, good. So I have to cover that as well. So I will talk about what is knowledge graph. First we come to a conclusion, what is knowledge? You have to know what is knowledge. What is knowledge? Anyone? According to you, what is the knowledge? Here, we are making the machine to understand. Machine has to understand. It has to process. As the vice principal has said, it's a neurological, morphological analysis. There is a morphological parsing. right? What the machine is doing it. You give a book to a machine, it will go through the content and tell you what is the summary of the book. It will tell you how it is doing. The question is how the machine is doing that. I'm not going to talk only about mathematics. I'm going to tell you what is the scene behind helping to process all the things. What leverages to achieve this? What kindles? What enables? This is what I'm going to focus. Right here. So here, come to the topic. Knowledge means what? Any meaningful information that we pass. Any meaningful information that we pass to a system is called as what? Knowledge. Again, there is a question. How do you ascertain, how do you judge, or how do you say that the information is meaningful? How can I say? How can I say that the information is meaningful? So again, the information can be looked back and say what were the constituents, that's our words, it has been formed in the given sentence. That is called as what? Morphological processing. Right? So when I give any information, we have to store. We have to store in a system. Again, there is a problem in computer science. How can I store my data in the system? Right? So database means what? Collection of information. And knowledge base means what? Collection of meaningful information. The definition says the knowledge base is a technology used to store complex, structured and unstructured information. Knowledge base means what? It is not only storing only the structured data like databases, DBMS or Excel. Not only storing structured data. It is also storing what? Unstructured data, semi-structured data and also any complex data. Right? So yes sir. Yes. Now you have to understand what is graph. What is a graph? Because I have a word about knowledge graph. I will come and talk about knowledge data with a proper explanation. And before I go to explaining knowledge base, you have to understand why we are going for knowledge base, what is the need of it, and what is the urgency we have for knowledge base. I will discuss it later. Now we have to understand what is graph. What is a graph? Graph consists of vertices and edges, nodes and edges. Right? So the graph can be classified into many things. One is a directed graph, undirected graph, self graph, multi-graph. There are many graphs available. Assume that I have given undirected graph. What will happen? The graph is undirected. If the graph is undirected, what would happen? What is the difference between direct graph and undirected graph? What would happen? What will happen? If it is undirected graph, I don't know how to travel. You can start at any point and you can end at any point. There is no predefined, precursor, preemptive process to ascertain that what is the right way to travel in the graph. It will not tell you. But if it is a direct graph, if it is having a proper arrow mark, second one, P part, if it is having a proper arrow mark, then you can start in a point and travel through the path. Right? And next one is called what? Weighted graph. In the weighted graph, if you want to travel and reach a destination, you can calculate the weight and says that, so it is giving a proper precursor for you to understand how to travel along the way. So it will help you a lot. So here the knowledge base is concerned, knowledge graph is concerned, it is also a graph. It is also a graph. Whenever I have a data, I have to convert the data into a knowledge. I have to convert that into a knowledge. How I am going to do that? That's a challenging thing. It is not that easy to process it. Right? And when I use graph, why we are going for a graph? What is the need of going for a graph? Before I go and ask the question, what is the difference between graph and tree? Graph, you can start at any point. But tree, you can start by root. From the root node to you can travel. The tree is also again what? Binary and non-binary. If it is binary, the root can have only what? 2 children. Every node can have only 2 sub-childs. Right? But it's a non-binary tree means what? It is multiple. Right? But any of it is linear or non-linear or binary or non-binary, it is completely what? Starting with the root. Starting with the root. Whereas graph, it is not like that. You can start anywhere. You can go anywhere. Right? So why we are going for graph and tree? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of studying graph? What is the application of knowing graph and tree? How it is connected to computer science? How we are using it? In what we are replacing graph and tree? Please understand, in life also we are keep on searching, and in system also we keep on searching. We do search. Searching is a prominent activity, a fundamental activity for any processes. When you go to Google, you search. When you go to Facebook, you search. When you go to Amazon, you search. When you go to YouTube, you search. Right? We keep searching. We do searching every day, every moment, whether in life or in the system or in any application, we do search. Trees and graphs are help for searching proactively and effectively. It helps. Right? So if I have a tree, if it is binary, then what happens? If my value is, what's the condition for a binary tree? The left hand side should have only smaller numbers. And the right hand side should have values greater than the root node. So if my value is lesser than the root node, I will not go and search the right hand side. Because I am pretty sure that my data is in the left hand side. So my searching is optimized. And the result is going to be so optimal. All the searching algorithms. Right? So likewise here, when I want to go and do searching, what is important? The graphs and trees are very, very important. They are fundamental. Right? In that, likewise here, when I go for, when I give any data, when I give any information, any English sentence. So in this class, I am going to talk about what? English language. English language means what? That is what I am going to process. And it is up to you to take your own language, native language. Any vernacular language you can take, like Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, if you know, yes, you can go and do that translate. But it is so challenging. Right? The grammatical or morphological structure of the language English is not same as Tamil. And when you go to Chinese language or Turkish, it is completely different. Here, we have a sentence with spaces. When you go to Chinese, there is no spaces. And here we have a sentence that takes a dot. But in Turkish, there is no dot. And here there is a sentence start with the left and go to right. And when I have Urdu language, start with the right and go to left. So language-wise, linguistically it is different. Right? So how we are going to make the machine to understand these complications and how we make the machine to understand all these nuances. There is a challenging aspect. For that, what we are doing is, we are profusely using graphs in the system, in the computer science. See, what I am explaining is a huge research. Right? I am trying to conduct a huge part in a simplified way to you all. Right? So, whether it may be relevant, actually it is relevant to you all. And if you are interested to pursue your career in this part, because it is challenging nowadays. Now, every industry, 99.90, I am going to give an abstract idea about how the knowledge base is going to be created. That's all, right? First one you have to have a data. From the data, we have to extract the potential entities. Then, using the ontology, it is a different study. Right? It's a different study, for it is not required. We have created the ontology, domain-specific ontology, like financial ontology, or cybercrime ontology, or mechanical ontology, or healthcare, or for financial stock market ontology, for education institution ontology. You have to create a general or specific ontology to the requirement. If it's an IRS website, they create an ontology for travel management. If it's a library, you have to create an ontology for the library management. So like that, you have to add an ontology. Ontology means what? Let's say, I'll give you a simple example of what is an ontology. Apple. What is apple? It's a fruit. Right? Then pineapple, there is also a fruit. So apple and pineapple comes under a root node called what? Fruit. Right? Again, I have one more thing. Carrot. It's a vegetable. Right? That's connected again with what? One more vegetable. So everything there is a connection. There is an interconnection. For every node, there is a connection happening behind the scene. It is connected and it is forming a big ontology. Your task is to create an ontology. If you have a clear idea about what is the problem that you are taking at hand, then you can choose the ontologies first. Choose the problem. Not the entities. Here the entity means what? There are many entities you can have. Person entity, person, company, organization, time, date, right, location, all these are all what? Entities. We have to extract those entities. as Vice Principal has started rightly, the very first sentence of the speech, it is ambiguous. We are living in an ambiguous world. Right? Language of English is so ambiguous. It is completely ambiguous. Right? You cannot understand what is the sentence expressing and what it portrays. Here we are making a neurological connection, the neuroaspectical problems to match into the requirement of NLP. That is what I am going to do now. Right? So next step, you will understand in the next few slides. Yes. Now see, this is what I am talking about. Now what is Bob? Bob is from ET. What is Bob? Bob is a person. Alice is also a person. Leonardo da Vinci is a painting. And Washington is about a portrait. Now in this case what happened? I am connecting all the dots. I am connecting all the entities. Right? When I add a word Bob, Bob is a friend. Alex. And Bob is a person. And Bob is interested in Mona Lisa. I have a sentence. I have only one sentence. What is the sentence? Bob is interested in the Mona Lisa. That's all. The sentence is this. Only this. It is connecting. We can just see it is connecting all the other aspects. Like Bob. Who is Bob? Bob is a person. If I ask a question, it gives a clarity. Right? Bob is a person. And Bob is a friend to whom? Alice. And then, what is Mona Lisa? It's a portrait. It was created by what? Leonardo da Vinci. It's a painting. Right? So Bob is interested in painting. That I portray it correctly. So if I have a proper, a meaningful information, and that is gets stored in the database, that is called as what knowledge. You got the point now? I'm giving a simple sentence. What is the sentence? I'm giving a simple sentence. The sentence is called what? Bob is interested in Mona Lisa. That's all. The sentence is only one line. Now I have to make this sentence meaningful. It is not meaningful. If I say, I bought an apple. What's the meaning of it? I bought an apple yesterday. Food வாங்குனியா இல்ல phone வாங்குனியா? Question is that. நான் food வாங்குனேனா இல்ல phone வாங்குனேனா? Now I have to clarify it. I have to give a proper clarity to the sentence. If I am not giving a proper clarity to the sentence, it is going to be ambiguous as Sarah informed. It is going to be ambiguous. Right? If it is ambiguous, I cannot infer any meaningful information from it. I can tell you that ambiguous no double meaning or right? So for that you have to make the machine to understand the clear and real aspect it contains, it portrays. For that what I am doing it. Bob is interested in Mona Lisa. And then what is Bob? Bob is a person. And what is a Mona Lisa? It's a portrait. Who created it? Here. I'm connecting all the subnodes for it. So here graph plays a major role. You understand the graph now? You understand it's a graph. It is a graph. Now you tell me whether it's a content graph or an undirected graph. Directed or undirected? It is directed. And also it is weighted. Weight is given. In your mathematics you give number 5, 4, 10 like that. Here I am giving a predicate. That's the difference. In NLP I am giving a predicate. The actionable verb to convey the real essence that is being presented in the given sentence. Right? So here Bob is interested in Mona Lisa. What is Bob? What is Mona Lisa? Bob and Mona Lisa are identical. No, that is this. And there is an edge between Bob vertex 1 and to vertex 2, Mona Lisa. What is the edge? It is a predicate. It is a relationship. Right? It is not that I am doing only that. It is the role of the ontology, as I informed already. It is the role of the ontology to connect and support all the supplementary facts related to those entities. Right? Next slide. You can understand more about it. When you go to Netflix or when you go to Amazon Prime, right? They will suggest you many movies. Or when you go to Flipkart, when you go to Amazon, I have a question for this also. Have you ever went to Amazon or Flipkart, buying to buy a particular t-shirt and ending with same t-shirt, particular t-shirt? Have you ever went to Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal or ordering TV, thought of buying a particular t-shirt, ending up with the same particular t-shirt? No. Your choice is to buy a particular t-shirt, but we will be summing up with what? A green color tissue. The system will allow you to buy red color tissue. If you buy this, offer is this much. Promotional offer. If you buy discount. If you buy a red color t-shirt, and because of the offer, promotions, discounts, and other promotions, what happened? They divert you, redirect you by something else. Based on the previous history, they understand that what is your interest, what is your inclination, and what you want to read or what you want to buy or what you want to watch. They will tell you very clearly. So here, we are going to create a knowledge graph. It is not that easy. Knowledge graph is so big. Your Wikipedia is the biggest knowledge base that we have in the recent times. Wikipedia is the biggest knowledge base. When I go to Wikipedia, it is giving everything. But we cannot get the meaningful information from Wikipedia. It is for the human to process. Wikipedia, it helps for the human to understand the data. Whenever I have any doubt, no need to go to Google. You just go to Wikipedia and get the data, relevant data, accurate data, very precise. Right? But if I want to make the machine to get the data, then we have to go for DBpedia. It is not Wikipedia. Wikipedia has been completely translated into DBpedia. How? By this way. What all the entities present in the Wikipedia has been transformed into a knowledge base, and the knowledge base is called as what? DBpedia. You got to understand what is knowledge base? I will give more example of it. How to create a knowledge base, I will tell you. It's a big course actually. It is not possible for me to finish everything in a single time limit. But how far it is possible, I will just come to you. Let's take that. Yeah. Now the important thing is how to construct a knowledge base. The important thing for us is how to construct a knowledge base. For constructing a knowledge base, we have to have two things. One is the subject, and other one is called as what? The predicate. So subject, object, and predicate. I saw a movie. What is the subject here? I is the subject. What is an object? Movie. What is the predicate? Saw. Now I have to take this subject I, then object movie, saw. Is a verb. Is an actionable verb. There are many verbs available. We have to take only the actionable verbs to make the sentence meaningful. Right? So this is the idea over here. Let's next step. This is a syntax. This is a syntax for knowledge graph. Right? So here Martin married to Jing, and Jing is married to Martin. It's not that Martin is married to Jing and Jing married to Albert. Not like that. Right? It is not like that. So that's a proper connection. When I saw here, Martin is a brother of Dad, and Dad is a brother of what? Martin. When I come over here, Dad is an uncle of Richard. And Richard is a nephew of Dad. That's uncle. So we have to have a proper predicate to connect the words. Right? So for every sentence I am giving, the system is dynamically and the proactivity convert that into a knowledge base. That's next step. Next one. The next step. Yes. Now see, I am using one by one. I am taking the words one by one, and I am helping you to understand how the knowledge is going to be created. Right? The knowledge graph is going to be created. Albert Einstein is best known for developing the theory of relativity. Now, I have to identify a subject, an object, and a predicate. Now, here there are many words are there. Albert Einstein is best known for developing a theory of relativity. Now, I have to take theory of relativity as two different words or one word. That's a question. I have to understand the theory of relativity as one word or two different words. And Albert Einstein is one word or two different words. Here we have to understand the subject and verb agreements. You have to understand here the subject and verb agreements. In English language, this is so challenging. That's what I am saying. Let's say, the fundamental thing in natural language processing is that you give me any sentence or any paragraph, it will ask you to convert. The pre-processing step is all about. It will ask you to convert that sentence into what? Lowercase or uppercase. Right? First thing, when you are a programmer, want to be an NLP programmer, an expert, the first advice they will give you is convert the given sentence into what? A lowercase. Right? Yeah, why they are doing? Why they are asking it? When I have a word apple, A-P-P-L-E, or small case. When I have a word apple, A capital, ரெண்டுமே apple fruit தான் சொல்றாங்க. அது சொல்லல. I ate apple yesterday. அதுதான் I ate apple yesterday. ரெண்டுமே apple சொல்றாங்க. மாத்தலாம் சொல்ல ambiguous இல்ல. ஆனா apple மேல இருக்கிற வேர்டுக்கு A capital or small case, A-P-P-L-E small case, and இந்த apple A மட்டும் capital case. or full upper case. அப்படினா இது ரெண்டுமே two different words. நமக்கு human being is name. But machine என்ன சொல்லும்? Both are different. Yeah? ASCII value of A is what? 64. And ASCII value of capital A is what? 97. புரியுதா? அப்ப கன்வர்ட் பண்ண machine ASCII value கன்வர்ட் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும் அப்படினா capital A க்கு ஒரு வேல்யூ தரும், ASCII value தரும், small a க்கு ஒரு ASCII value தரும். So we have to convert the language into what? A lower case. Again there is a problem. What is the problem? I went to US yesterday. I went to US yesterday. Now lower case மாத்திர என்ன பண்ணனும்? I come into lower case. What would happen? I went to us. The word English word மாறிடும். US the country. Now convert lower case பண்ணனும்னா it will be changed into us. So it is so challenging. அப்படியே போக முடியாது. இந்த சைடு வரும். Right? Second important thing, second important problem in NLP is, say for example, when I have a word, we have to convert the word into a base form. You have to convert the word into a base form. Happiest, happier, happy, happier, happiest. What's the base form of all these words? Happy. Happy. Happy sonalum, happiest sonalum, happier sonalum அது same meaning தான். Right? அப்புறம் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா அந்த வேர்ட்ஸ்ல என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? சிஸ்டம் என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா டெரைவ் பண்ணி வந்துரும். happy பண்ணுவோம். It will make it what? Happy. இன்னொரு வேர்ட் இருக்கு. Bank, banker. Now, bank, banker. The banker word bank மாத்த முடியுமா? Bank is an institution. Banker is a person. Bank is a financial institution. Banker is a person. So like this, there are many morphological derivations we have in NLP. So in this case also say, Albert Einstein is best known for the theory of relativity of relativity. In the analogy explain பண்ணனும், clear explain பண்ணனும் அப்படினாவே it will take more time because whether I would club theory of relativity as one word or two different words, how is nothing to single word? It's a big study, right? If it happens to come again for next time, I will explain it very clearly about how this part of you can take it. Right? So this topic I am taking here is what knowledge graph. So I am sticking to that level. So I don't want to go and talk too much of English language here, right? Direct மாறிடும். So அதெல்லாம் பண்றேன். என்ன பண்றேன்? Albert Einstein is a name, philadelphia is an object for us. That's the syntax. And developed is the relation. It's a predicate. Developed is a relation between what? Albert Einstein and philadelphia. So it is connects. So when I go to this knowledge graph, the structured information, I understand the meaning of it correctly. Let's see the note over here. Albert Einstein developed theory of relativity. Right? Right? Read the sentence, unstructured sentence. Albert Einstein is best known for developing theory of relativity. Right? What about same meaning? It is not going to be ambiguous. When I convert the unstructured data into structured data, the meaning should not be lost any ground at any place. It should not lost. It is converting your sentence into a graph. So using the graph, I can travel very easily and get the ambiguous as well as I can go and interplay with the connections, all the connections. There is an interconnection between all the nodes which help us to clear out the ambiguity. This is the biggest advantage of understanding the knowledge graph is it helps to disambiguate so easily and effectively. It helps. Disambiguation is a major advantage of what?